I understand that this role play is for the purpose of assessment in course 1018 PSY, and that you are not a qualified counsellor. You have explained this to me, and I have consented to playing the role of a client and being video recorded. I understand that the recording and written transcript will be kept confidential and only viewed by the teaching team.
It's a bit hot today, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a little.
How'd you find parking?
Yeah, it was fine. I got here easy enough.
Oh, good. Now, just before we get started, I'd just like to discuss an important matter regarding confidentiality.
Mm-hmm.
So, all the information that we disclose today and in all the future sessions will be completely confidential in case, unless of three situations.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one is if I feel that you or anyone else is in danger or harm.
Mm-hmm.
The second is if I need to disclose information to my supervisor just to see if we're on the right track with our sessions and what we are discussing.
Mm-hmm.
And third is legal obligations. So in the case of the court, that requires me to disclose information that we discussed today.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is there any questions?
No, that's fine.
Are you happy with what I've just discussed about confidentiality?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, perfect. Now, just to let you know, if you do have any questions or concerns about confidentiality, please don't hesitate to ask. My door's always open.
Yeah. Lovely.
Perfect. Now that that's done, we can talk a little bit about yourself. Just before we get started, I'd just like to know a little bit of background information about yourself. So, how old are you?
I'm 23.
23, nice. And how long have you been living in the Gold Coast for?
About 2 to 3 years, yeah.
Oh, lovely. And have you ever been to a counsellor before?
No. Yes, I have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. So, Phoebe, what's brought you in today?
I've sort of come in today. I'm just feeling. I just feel like I'm not coping with everything that's going on in my life, and I'm feeling like I'm trying to juggle a lot of things at once, and there's so much going on, and I feel like there's so many expectations that I need to meet, and I just feel like I'm starting to crumble.
Yeah, and can you elaborate on that? Why do you feel like you're crumbling?
I think I just feel like there's a lot to be done in a really short amount of time.
Yeah.
I'm at that point of I'm at uni for, I'm studying medicine, I want to be a nurse.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm at that point in a session where there's so much going on and there's so many assessments and it's really full on, and I'm in my third year now, so it's sort of getting to the point where I want to move into doing sort of like an honours study and stuff like that, and I'm just feeling like, there's so many things to do in such a short amount of time, and I know everybody feels like that, but I've also got my family and I've also got work and I volunteer, and I have this really big future goal and I just want to get there.
So you just feel like it's a bit of a juggling act with your uni life as well as your family and your social life? Is that where you're getting at?
Yeah, and I feel like, it's just reaching that point where, if I'm studying for my assessments, I'm not studying my content, and, they're worth just as much in the end of the day, but I can't find enough time to do both on top of my other commitments. And, I know everybody works part-time while they're at uni, but I just feel like I have a little bit more to do than other people. I feel like my family supported me a lot through my career, through my studies, and I really want, to have a career so that I can provide that for them and, have an income for them and, give back what they've given to me. But I'm just so worried that if I can't, meet the grades that I have, that I'm not going to succeed, and that they're not going to have a career, and that I'm going to let them down.
Yeah, I'm sensing you're feeling a bit guilty, like you do feel guilt for your family, you do want to do well in uni life, but it's also this juggling act between assignments and content, as you said, like just really trying to get that balance between all these different things that's going in your life. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. And like my family's done really well to support me, and I really appreciate that, and they're so important to me that I really don't want to let them down. And I hope to move forward with my career into the Defence Force, and I want to work down that field, but you know, it adds extra pressures to me, and then it adds extra pressures to my family about, you know, moving away and sort of losing networks and social networks that I've built at uni. And you know, everybody's, I feel like, because I want to stay back at uni and do more and study for more, you know, study more degrees, or not more degrees, but I just want to keep learning. It's what I love to do. And so I feel like, you know, everybody's really excited and ecstatic. We're at that great point of the year where everybody's about to graduate and finish their bachelors, but I want to stay behind. I want to do other stuff. And you know, I'm finding it really hard. You know, everybody's in this celebration mode, and I'm in sheer panic because if I can't get the grades I need, I can't move on to what I want to do.
Yeah, so you're feeling a bit disjointed between your friends and yourself as they're, you know, graduating now and you still have a year to go.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can really sense that you're feeling a bit overwhelmed. Just like the way you're speaking and the way you're holding yourself, you seem really stressed because of that. Is that how you feel?
Yeah, I do feel really stressed, and it is true that I do feel disjointed from my friends, and that they're moving forward with what they want to do, and I'm sort of still left behind being a full-time student, which is exhausting. But you know, at the same time, I guess it is also true that my social networks have changed because I've sort of met more people that are studying postgrad and honours, and I've worked with them a bit closer. So you know, I guess in that aspect, I'm leaving. You know, some friends are moving on, and you know, they're moving away because they have to find work in cities and stuff. And you know, not everybody can stay here on the Gold Coast. But I'll still be here on the Gold Coast, sort of thing.
Yeah, and do you feel like that will affect you further in the future? That will affect your studies as well, having your friends move away, having that disjointment between social life and, you know, normal everyday life?
Yeah, I think so. I think that being separated from them after studying together for so many years is just going to be a huge change. You know, we've been together from first, you know, there's about 5 of us, and we've been really close. We've been together since first year, and we all sort of had tutorials together, and we would check in with each other and, you know, help out with each other and made sure each other was on our assignments and stuff, and that's all fine. And, you know, it was really good and so helpful. And we were able to, I guess you could say, debrief with each other. So, like, if a really big assessment came up and we found it really challenging, we were able to talk to them and like talk to each other and just discuss like what was going on and how we were trying to cope with it. I think that was really helpful. And I think now, because they're all graduating, they're doing fine. Like, they have all the motivation in the world, they're super excited. Like, they're just like, we're going to get this done, we're going to move on, we're going to start our careers. They're applying for jobs, whereas because I'm not in that phase, I just feel like, you know, I still have all these stresses for uni, but they're pretty much finished up and they're moving on, and I'm still here. And you know, it's fine. I'm super excited for them. It's not that I'm annoyed that they're not there anymore.
Yeah.
And I am very excited because I totally understand how thrilling that would be. But it is really hard to see and lose that kind of social network.
Yeah. Yeah, I can really sense a bit of like overwhelming feeling, like that you're feeling. You just really, it seems to me that you're feeling a bit, you know, stressed out, and because your friends are leaving, and you are still studying. And of course, as you mentioned before, with work, would you also say work is a contributing factor to these stresses that you're having?
Yeah, I think so. I got really lucky with work. One of my girlfriends actually got me a job with her. I think that's another thing too. Like, I'll be losing my social network at uni, but the girlfriend that I work with really close at work, who's my best friend, she's also going to be leaving her job. So there's just this huge change coming, and you know, it's not a change that I know that I can't deal with. It's just a change that I'm not coping with. Like, I know at the end of the day, I hope that we'll all still stay in close contact and, you know, be able to support each other in that way. But, you know, I'm really going to miss that. And because I'm so stressed out with uni and I really want to achieve so well with my family, I just feel like coping with this change on top of that is just probably just the foundation of so much worry that I have.
Yeah, so you just don't think you can really cope with it just because it will be a big change, and you haven't experienced it before. It seems like you're new to this experience where your friends are moving and you're going through a big stage in your life where you haven't experienced before, and it really seems like a bit of a challenging situation for you.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty full on, and I not that I can, you know, say that the reason that that I don't feel like I'm doing well at uni is because of that, because that's not fair. I should have put in more time at this point in the trimester, which is fine. I can deal with that and I can get on top of it. It's alright. But, you know, it's hard because my family's also noticed that I'm not dealing with it, that I'm not coping with not having that network anymore. My partner's mentioned to me before that, you know, he can tell that I'm struggling, and he encouraged me to see support, just to try and talk about it with somebody. Because my partner didn't do uni and didn't do that kind of social network and doesn't quite understand that. So I'm finding it really hard to have somebody to talk it through with. Also just because I'm losing that social network.
Yeah, of course. So your family life is going well, but you just don't seem that your partner is kind of understanding where you're at because he hasn't been through that situation before. Is that right?
Yeah, and it's not that he's not empathetic. He is very empathetic about it. Just that he doesn't quite understand, but you know, he doesn't hold, you know, not that I've taken anything out on him, but or my family, but you know, I have been distant and I've been trying to process it all and find ways to deal with it, and he's been really mindful of that, and thankfully he's a really good man. And my kids have been he's been taking care of the kids a little bit more and just taking on a little bit more, knowing that I'm in my third year and it's a bit more hectic than it has been in the past. So I'm really grateful for that. And it's just like a further reiteration that I really need to get my career sorted. Like I really want to be able to provide for my family.
It does seem like you are feeling a bit guilty because you do want to really support your family, and having all these stresses in your life is obviously overwhelming for you. And I can really see that you want to do well for your family. So of course that would be another contributing factor. And I can really see that it is hard for you, but yeah, I can really just sense that it is a challenging time, and you know it that you will get over it. But is there any further information on your family? Like, are they you said your partner's supportive?
Yeah.
And your kids, are they also, how old are they? Are they young?
They're still quite young. So I've got really lucky. My family beyond my partner and I have been really supportive as well. So when I first had kids, we were about halfway through my degree, and my mum moved up to the coast.
Right.
Yeah, so she moved up to help look after the kids and just help me in that way, which was really helpful. So there's 4 and 3, and they're really good, a boy and a girl. And I'm really thankful for that, and it's worked out quite well. And you know, I have to give her a lot of thanks, because she, when I get into moments like this and I've got so much going on, she's been able to step up and step in and help me, I guess. I think, you know, and everybody's just sort of decided their career path. So, you know, I really want to provide for my family, and I have always wanted to do it through the Australian Defence Force. And my partner's okay with that. He's got family members in the Defence Force and a bit of military history. So, you know, moving into that career path I'm fairly comfortable with, but I just really want to do my best, and I want to make them proud. So they've just done so much, really.
I can see that your mum is a bit of a weight off your shoulders helping you out. You do seem a little bit, you know, more uplifting, because your mum is helping you. You have that second person to help you out when you're busy, and I can really see that that's helping you.
Yeah, it is super helpful. She's been fantastic, and she's been a massive encourager and supporter for my career choice. She wasn't at first when I first considered doing the idea. She just laughed at me and thought it was an awful idea. She thought I'd be on the front lines, but I'm not going to be, hopefully. but yeah, no, she's been huge. She's been really good to have her around, and you know, her and I connect better when it comes to trying to discuss how I'm coping with the social changes that are coming up.
Yeah.
So having her in my life's been really massive.
Yeah.
And really just sort of fundamental for my ability to do everyday life.
Yeah.
Like there's so much that I try and fit in a day, and it's just having her, knowing that she'll be there to take the kids to school or like go to preschool or to care or anything like that, or to look after them. Just stuff like that's been so helpful.
Yeah, of course. Well, look, Phoebe, we only have about a minute left.
Mm-hmm.
I'd just like to thank you for sharing everything that you shared with me today. I really do appreciate it. I do see that it was hard, some of the things you said, but I really do appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think today's session went?
I think it went good. I had the ability to sort of explore what was going on, which is sort of what I was really aiming to do. I wanted to try and understand my own thoughts, I guess.
Yeah, so we've covered a bit of your family life, a bit of your future endeavours, going into the Australian Defence Force, and we've looked at a bit of your uni life and your social life. I really look forward to seeing you next week. I really hope we can have another session. And thank you again for today.
Thank you.